Check the mic and make sure it sound right.
Hi, I'm DKWILL, and this is DK. We'll talk about it.
As time crushes in, let's talk about the duplicity that continues in an effort to keep the regular retail public on its heels. And absent people like me who kind of look behind the curtain to see what's going on, you might buy into it. And I'm going to talk about this article here briefly. The XRP news for today from Coin World, AI Invest is what it's called. AI Invest, or however you say it, but I've used their stuff before. But the headline here, XRP News Today's SEC delays XRP ETF decision to October 2025. Pressures the price below $3. In the short order, that's a lie. That's plain and simple. In short order, that's a head fake, a lie, a farce, chicanery, call it what you want. I'll explain. Pay attention. This article came out Wednesday, August 20th, and you can see that there's no writer's name applied to it. It actually comes from Coin World. And Amy is the AI. That's what they named the AI. But it says that SEC, this is the summary, SEC delays XRP ETF decision to October 2025, extending the regulatory uncertainty and pushing XRP below $3. Now, here's a fact. On August 22nd, apparently a document was filed, and that document showed that the SEC v. Ripple case is over. And you can see that right here. I repasted James K. Filan's posting on this document, and my comment was, now, I put a S there, it really is officially over. I think Baba Kuggs knew something for real. I think on his calendar he had August 22nd as one of those dates, and there might have been scales on it. That's what that reference is about. But in this instance, this case is actually over. That's the point. So all the other dancing and everything about the case is over. So this is no longer a factor in contributing to any type of perceived delay to push the price below $3. And that's not the lie.
And if you like the content I'm providing, please make sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications, and then come back for more DK Will Talk About It.
That's not the lie. This was written August 20th, so August 22nd hadn't come yet. Then it talks about technical information that I'm not really concerned about, but let's read this portion here. It says XRP is encountering mounting pressure as the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission delays its decision on several XRP-based spot ETF applications until October 2025. That is the lie. Right there. Extending the regulatory uncertainty that has weighed on the asset for months. That is the narrative. Right there. That is the psychology of the market being played against the regular retail investors. They know that cryptocurrency is a nascent market, so many people are coming in new and fresh. They don't have a clue what's going on, and they are setting the brains. They're molding the thinking. They're creating the narratives to screw with people's heads. How do I know that? Because I did a video back on February 16th of 2025, and it's entitled, What the XRP ETF is Going On. I'll put the card right up here on the upper right-hand corner so you can go look it out. But I'm going to show you a portion of that video to show that this is no delay. This is a scheduled event of when the SEC is going to make a decision on the applications. And so what does that mean? That means if you're new and you're not paying attention and you haven't done your due diligence, you're not going to know that. But if you have done your due diligence, like myself and others, you can plan ahead and you know that that's what's coming. And so even if you want to play the buy on rumor, sell on news game, you can play it without being tricked and with stories like this. Listen in on the prior video that I did so that you can know I'm not blowing smoke up anybody's derriere.
Right here. Read up first. The Securities and Exchange Commission has set itself a deadline for a decision on whether it will allow an exchange-traded fund tracking the price of XRP. What is the timeline they have set? What's down here? All of these applications that I just referenced up here, and all of these applications, the current outstanding ETF applications will receive a decision in October.
In October. So when we read XRP is encountering mounting pressure as the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission delays its decision on several XRP-based spot ETF applications, I don't see how it can be a delay today when it was already stated in February. How many months ago was February? 6? A half a year ago. But it's a head game, like I mentioned, for those who are unwary. It says here that it not only affects XRP, but also ripples through the broader crypto market. Then it gave some news on Ethereum and Solana. We know Ethereum recently hit an all-time high after some BlackRock movement to buy into Ethereum. But the point I'm making in this video, folks, is that you have to be alert. And if you're not alert, there are some people out there who are podcasts to give you technical information. There are some people out there who are podcasts to give like interesting topics of discussion. There are some people out there who are podcasts to become shills, and there are some out there who are out there to create FUD. And then there are some out there like me who are straight shooting, telling you like it is, looking behind the curtain and trying to whisper to your paradigm. And let me whisper something to your paradigm about this video, and then we'll wrap it up. It says regulatory developments in the coming months will be crucial in determining XRP's trajectory. The next few weeks, including updates in the ETF applications and Ripple's broader licensing status, could dictate whether XRP breaks out of its current trading range or faces renewed bearish pressure. Ain't gonna happen. If you turn into a bear now, you're gonna miss the bull ride. And so while they're trying to create this hysteria and shake us loose and shake that carpet, let me put an image up here, and shake that carpet and get you dusted, the best thing you can do is get your gorilla grip. Because the SEC did not delay their XRP decision. And if you looked at the video that I referenced where I showed you here, the clip, it talks about the process and gives the timeline and the dates that are set, that are protocol and making decisions. And so it shows that the timeline falls right in October, and this is no delay. No, this is an AI generated, system generated, agenda generated attempt to play with your head. Folks, here at DK, we'll talk about it. We knew that the ETF decisions were going to come in October, but we knew it back in February. So you can relax and know that they're coming in October. They're coming in October, and we're getting positive feedback from the administration. Atkins signaled a lighter regulatory touch as Powell's Jackson Hole speech spurred markets. And you'll notice it talks about Japan doing a yen peg stablecoin as well. And I look for the video with the waves on it about Japan and what role it's going to play, because it plans to mint roughly 6.8 billion over 3 years. Okay, so that's going to have a big effect on the markets as well. But where I'm going with this one is that's narrative and a lie. I'm DK Will, and this is DK Will Talk About It, and I've talked about it. Have a wonderful day.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right.